Hello, I'm Danelle Dautrieve-Sanford. Hello. Welcome back to another story time. How I negotiated a higher salary when I was lowballed by an interviewer. I was thinking of a conversation I had with my son, Nurse Kiara Sanford, who you may remember from a previous video. If you haven't seen that video, go ahead and check that out. He referenced a quote that I had never heard of. The quote was, "A closed mouth don't get fed." I know that it's reliable because I checked the Urban Dictionary. So what that means is if you don't ask for it, you don't get it. I'm also reminded of the biographic movie regarding Ray Charles. I believe it's called Ray. And Ray Charles had many things in his life, many challenges, dealing with poverty, dealing with a physical disability at a time when the American Disability Act wasn't in effect, and institutional racism. He was also flawed. He was a bit of a womanizer, allegedly, and allegedly he also had a problem with substance abuse. But he did one key thing. He learned from his elders, and his elders told him, if you don't ask for something, you don't get it. So, at the height of his career, when it came time for him to renegotiate his contract, he asked the music company to own his masters. So essentially, he asked for full creative control. Now, this was a time when this was not an option for his demographic. People that they referenced, such as Frank Sinatra, didn't get to own their masters, so we won't even get into why. It's very clear he was dealing with all kind of challenges, Ray Charles. With that said, the music company went ahead and granted him to own his masters. So at a time when there was all kind of challenges, he was able to control his finances. We won't talk about what happened in terms of after his passing with his estate. That's another topic if you want to look in the Los Angeles Times. But essentially, he made that key decision to ask for something when it didn't seem like it was possible. So it changed his finances completely, not just his finances, but his children and his children's children. So back to the story time. Years ago, when I moved states, I started the process of looking for jobs. I got accepted my first job largely because it was a first job offer, and you have to do what you have to do when you have a family. So I accepted that job, and in the process, I was still looking for another job. So at that time, there wasn't any email, which may seem very strange, but I got a call and or letter in the mail asking me to interview. So I showed up real cute in my navy suit, my pressed white blouse, pearls, necklace and earrings, fake pearls. But anyway, I showed up with an extra resume and my portfolio. So the person that interviewed me, we did a lot of small talk. They looked at my resume. This is very interesting. They actually started working out my assignment in the middle of the interview without even finishing the interview. So after a lot of small talk and the person looked at my portfolio, realized that I had had a lot of training from actually where they graduated from. So they were impressed by that. So we started talking about health insurance, vision insurance, dental insurance, and everything looked good. It looked much better than the job I currently had. And the retirement was also quite adequate. Then it came a time when we got to the salary. Well, I knew what the salary was, and this person knew what my salary was too. So they got a piece of paper and they wrote down a dollar amount and slid it to me and said that this is what we would start you at. Now, there was a very normal, very small range between the low and the high of the salary. I want to say that it was not $5,000, not quite. So here's the low end, here's the high end, and here's where they were starting me. Very low, and it wasn't that great of a salary, but it was okay to start out with, considering it was some years ago. So this is what I did. I said that I would like to start at the highest possible salary in that classification. So the person kind of looked at me and said, the interviewer said, I can't make that decision, but my manager can. So the interviewer went to the manager. The manager was about to retire, so was feeling quite happy. So the person came in, we did a little small talk, and she went back to her office, and they talked for a while, and the person said, okay, we'll let you start at your highest salary. So the interviewer just kind of looked at me and smiled and said, congratulations. So the point is, if you don't ask for something, you're not going to get it. It didn't matter whether they said yes or no. The point is, I asked for it, and when I asked for that, I mean, that set me up for a higher salary. When we'll talk about in another video how a company came in and looked at everybody's salary to see if we deserve more money. So I'll talk about that in another video. But the point is, ask for it, and oh boy, I was doing fine. The point is, if you don't ask for it, you won't get it. And a closed mouth don't get fed. Thank you everyone for watching. Be sure to subscribe, click the all notification button, and you can check out the about section on my channel. You can follow me on LinkedIn, on Twitter, on Facebook, Instagram, and I also have a podcast under Anchor. Thank you for watching, everyone. Bye.